You know, she complained about in Ned's place. You know, she may not be anything, but in the house she is something, and then she says get a house. That's good.
You don't have anything positive and kind to say. It's better you hold on your comments. Now, however, this is what I have to say.
Regina Daniels is celebrating a new house, and she took this beautiful picture right in front of this brown door, and I think her brother was somewhere in the background. The compound looks really nice, actually, but the caption just takes us back to something that happened about, it was a week, 2 weeks ago? It's about a week.
A week ago.
A week ago. And the caption is, in my house, I am a queen. And it hits home. She said she needed a roof over her head, so she got this for her and her family. Now, obviously, first of all, you say congratulations, you know, it's a house for you and your family. It's just really the context in which that caption just, you know, brings that reminder of what happened last week. And go ahead, Edgar.
Yeah, to be honest, I am super excited for anyone that can afford the solution to their problem. When you complain about something and then the next week you go get it, kudos. Right, thumbs up for you. You know, she complained about, you know, the fact that in Ned's place, you know, she may not be anything, but in the house she is something, and then she says get a house. That's good. You know, do you know how many times I've complained about how the fact that in my father's house I cannot drive something, and then the next day I cannot still get a car, and I want to, you know, but if you can actually afford it, no one, to be honest, I mean, some people actually on social media are worried about how did she get the house, what is the story, where's the money, what movie did she make to get that house. I really do not care about that, because that's not the story. The story is, some weeks ago, this lady complained about, you know, her safety in wherever she was staying, and now she has a place that she can call her home. I'm happy for her.
Okay, so I know that Winfrey is you know, building up to jump into this conversation, because there was a lot that happened last week and a lot of different speculation. Even Ned Nwoko went on another station to even speak, and you know, he was actually questioned on how many you know, spouses he has and all that. So there's a lot going on in that particular space. What I was concerned about was the comment section. There were a lot of people saying, you know, the comeback queen, you know, giving her kudos and all that. But then there were some that had serious grouse with, you know, lifestyle choices. And, you know, there were comments about, you know, private jets and you know, all sorts of things like that going on in the comment section. So I just wanted to hear from Winfrey and find out what you think about this post.
What do you think
about what? About the post? I've congratulated her. It's a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful house.
Okay.
Yeah, I congratulate anyone that has a new property.
Chef, I'm sure you heard about the whole Regina Daniels situation and all of that. What do you think about the whole story in general?
Should I be candid?
Be candid, sister.
Why are Nigerians wicked? Because you need to see the backlash on the comment section. And funny enough, people like that, especially women, I'm sorry, see, if they are given opportunity, they will be in that man's house. Like, but then the hate comment that was coming, why can't she just, you know, we know that she might have come out to flaunt wealth and all that. But then if your fellow lady is actually passing through shit, I'm sorry for the word, but then are you not supposed to encourage or at least support till when she comes out to say her own side of the story? Because the way, politics, I'm sorry, the way he came out and just boom, it's kind of suspicious. So.
Wow.
That's my opinion.
So you don't like the fact that Nigerians are dragging her?
Yes.
You feel it's too much and you feel
it's a fellow woman, and in issues where there is suspectal...
When people say it's not fair to drag a woman, I'm like, okay, so who is it not fair to drag?
Wow.
Is it okay to drag men? I love it. I love it. Okay, so now I know time is going. As much as it's just as if I should just be allowing this conversation to just be passing and passing.
Why?
I don't even know. What my body is doing me right now. Anyways, I think it has a lot to do with what chef is cooking.
Winfrey.
However, in that post, my attention was caught because there was a picture of her and her siblings in the kitchen, and I was like, there are a lot of dirty plates around the sink. Anyways,
Winfrey. We just talked about not dragging people.
I'm not dragging her, so I can't mention the fact that it's dirty.
Talk about the building. Talk about the fine aesthetics. Talk about
the plate you saw.
Go ahead.
I just say what I noticed now. So now this is what I have to say now. Also, writing on Edgar's comments, it's not good to drag anybody. The truth is, I mean, we were talking about it the other day. I mean, even here in the studio, like, you don't know what people are going through, right? And then help. And then even when you can even see a semblance of what people are going through, right? right? It's also always good to encourage if you can. If you don't have anything positive and kind to say, it's better you hold on your comments. Now, however, this is what I have to say concerning this situation, right? I understand, of course, on no ground should domestic violence be encouraged and to be even like, do you understand, or tolerated, do you understand? And when it's a situation of life and death, I mean, definitely get yourself out of that situation. However, I think, I will say, I don't know, I haven't seen any post of Ned outrightly hitting her or anything like that.
Or any sign of
that. Do you understand? I know the brother literally mentioned that, oh, if I'd seen you, all that and everything. I think violence of all sorts should definitely not be condoned. But then again, this is something that has been on my mind, and I'm like, yo, if the issue which came out, I mean, because he alleged that, I mean, she uses drugs and things like that. If in any case that is actually the problem, then I think we're focused on the wrong thing. Because I think in the long run, we're forgetting the negative impact use of drugs, especially by a young person, actually has in the long term of your life. Do you understand? So if, for instance, I mean, we had a DBS situation, and then I love the fact that even after that, literally, we heard about rehab and all of that. She took a time off social media to probably sort herself out. And because even with any situation, whether it was drugs or not, the fact she's going through a breakup, a split up, she needed that time alone. It's not, even when you are married, even in a relationship, before they even break your heart, you know how your chest will be doing you. Do you understand? And when you're talking about a separation, it's not a matter to be taken lightly, is my point. Now, I mean, am I happy if she got a house and sorted herself out? Totally, congratulations. However, this is not the time to put in all of that on social media. I don't think that is the time. Do you understand? And I don't think all that. But then again, and my point is, there's no point. There's no problem showing that if that's what you want to do, right? But then again, if it's for them to see that, oh, you are fine, I am moving on, and all of that. Her sister was talking about how, oh, $10K dollars for private jets is just, I mean, she can pay for it. Is that the focus right now? The focus is making sure that you are good mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So I think they should focus on that and leave all this bra alone.
All right. Well, hey, the issue of putting it on social media, whether it was the right time, I'm not really on the same page with that either. I would rather just, keep it to myself. But once again, congratulations, Regina, on your new house.
Money na water. Water they finish you.
We're going to take your thoughts on that as well on social media. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know your thoughts. Chef, we're coming for you. Let's take a quick break, guys. We'll be back.